Hi and welcome. Did I just wave? Thought my cat was outside. Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nora and this channel is all about IBS. So today's video is going to be 5 ways that mental health and IBS are correlated. So number 1 is socially. So picture this. You're going out, your friend invites you to a party that you've been looking forward to, right? The day comes, you've already put it in your head that something bad is gonna happen. Well, you damn tootin' it is gonna happen if you're gonna think that way. If you've already put the motion in the ocean that something bad is going to happen to you on that day that you've been looking forward to, where you have your positivity and your negativity coming at each other and clawing at each other, you bet your ass is going to resent you that day. If you're sitting there and coming up with any excuse in the book not to go out, did you really want to go out in the first place? What should I say this time? Can't go out doing hot girl shit? That's a good one, haven't tried that one yet. Excuse where I just say I don't feel good. Nah, that's too... Face it, it might be time to tell your friends the truth. Hey, I can't go out, my stomach's being an asshole. How many times have you tried using every excuse in the book to not go out because your stomach is being a jerk? Probably more than you can name. So why not just say it? I have IBS. Today is not a good day. If you're not the one suffering with IBS and you're the friend who has made the plans to go out and you notice that one of your friends has been making excuses for so long, has been canceling last minute, instead of giving them a hard time, if this is really your friend and if this is really somebody you care about, you would ask them the right questions. Anticipate an invitation as a time you want to spend with the people you're comfortable hanging out with.
Right? You would think.
But like I said, if your friend is in distress, you would want to help that person. So you, as a better ally to your friends with IBS, give them a call. Maybe find out the real reason why they're canceling. Maybe find an alternative. Have them pick the restaurant. Have them pick the venue where you're going. Maybe they'll feel a little bit more comfortable if they call the shots, and you can try that kind of methodology. Without an open dialogue from friend to friend, it creates this tension and awkwardness and a perception that the person with IBS is sitting with, thinking that I don't need to go out, I don't deserve to go out, I'm going to ruin their evening, or I'm too type A. That's not the mindset that you want to put yourself in, and that's just going to set the tone for going out at later occasions, and it's going to make that very difficult to get out of. Instead of enjoying your life, getting dressed up and going out. So communication is key, guys. Just talk. What you might not know is that sometimes if that person with IBS has had some sort of experience in a restaurant, maybe have been in an awkward situation where they felt as though they've ruined somebody else's experience, it may take a lot of that mental prep work for that person with the IBS to really leave the house on another occasion. Peace out, y'all. Reason number 2 how IBS affects mental health in an individual is physically. We spend a lot of time, obviously, in our own body. That came out weird, but you get what I'm saying. We have seen ourselves at our worst, at our best, at our in-betweens, and are very quick to call out any time there is some sort of physiological change. Well, newsflash, people, we change. Our bodies change. You probably have gone through a period where you've worn tight clothes and really embraced having like a flat stomach. And then all of a sudden your IBS makes your lower stomach looks like you're a kangaroo carrying a little joey around. Yeah, so all of a sudden you're buying high-waisted pants to hide this little pooch, and from personal experience, that's the only pants I was buying for a while. Otherwise, if I let that go, a lot of pants weren't fitting. I felt like I was pregnant. I just felt like I was just a waste of space. Like, it was disgusting. We all bloat. We eat things sometimes that make us bloat. IBS sometimes makes you bloat even more. Oh my God, I swear the sanitation people come like every few hours and it's just like a sound. The third point, how IBS affects your mental health, is morally and emotionally feeling lousy about yourself. Draw an analogy, it feels like when you submit a job application, it just says pending. So metaphorically speaking, you're always going to be pending acceptance with yourself. If you don't accept yourself for who you are and what needs to be done to get to a better place. I'm a New Yorker, we talk with our hands. This is a concept that I've really been stuck with. For a number of years, I've kind of sat with myself and kept thinking, there is something wrong with me. There is something wrong with me. I kept repeating the same one traumatic incident that happened overseas where I had a near shit your pants incident and realized that I let that one experience, which is now almost 7 years ago, play a role in my next 7 years of living. That's okay. That's crazy. So what that led to is not taking express buses, sometimes canceling plans on purpose in fear that I was going to have a near traumatic incident out in public, ruining everybody else's evening. So I just felt that it would be in my best interest to sit home and not deal with that. Morally and emotionally, that put me down because I felt like I kept getting this rep that I wasn't going out enough. I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't enough, in other words. And you know what? I am enough. You are enough. We're all enough. We have a couple of setbacks. We're only human, right? You attract what you put out into the universe. So the more you believe that something bad is gonna happen, something bad is gonna happen. If you put out in the universe that I'm gonna go out today, I'm gonna have a great time, I'm gonna get home safely, everything in between is gonna work out just fine. Truly, I have the past year, 2020, to thank for this revelation. Like many, obviously, are working from home, and the lack of commute to getting to work really helped eliminate some of those big stresses that I mentioned in the last video, where travel is among my biggest trigger points. So eliminating that, I still have my flares here and there, but it's manageable. I can still attend a staff meeting without that added stress that I have to leave the room, I have to get there by bus, I have to hop off at a Burger King. That's happened a little too many times. That may have just been too much information. In lieu of 2020's mishaps and such, I was contacted by this girl online who was lovely and had curated a holistic approach to healing IBS in 90 days. I was hesitant. I thought it was another Instagram guru trying to sell me a course, and I was wrong. It actually opened up my eyes to so much more than I can ever imagine, and the headspace I'm in now and the way I'm even able to verbalize my needs to my job, to my family, to my friends, and the acceptance I've had back, and the open-mindedness and people coming forth and realizing, hey, I have this too, let's talk about it. It's incredible what an open mind and an open discussion does to connecting people together. So it was a big emphasis on different breathing exercises, homeopathic remedies, a lot of different self-work, habit tracking, keeping yourself accountable, documenting any sort of distress, and how to get yourself out of this heightened sense of anxiety. So it's still a work in progress, and I've taken from it, among all the strategies that we've learned, I just keep picking that today this strategy works for me, tomorrow this one does. I've forgotten a couple, but I've advanced my knowledge in a lot of the others. So thank you. I'm so glad that I joined it.